In the summer of 1991, 26-year-old Jerry Millard Lyle was living in Brunswick County
with several of his friends working on a work project.
Civilian investigative specialist Jim Westbrook with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office says Lyle was actually from Knightdale, but was here for a construction project.
We don't have a lot of information.
Westbrook says they don't know much about Lyle or what happened to him on August 2nd, 1991.
Somewhere around midnight, he decided that he needed to take a ride into downtown Leland, which was near the intersection of the current 74, 76, and 133.
Westbrook says Lyle borrowed some money from his roommate before he left.
And on the way, he picked up 3 hitchhikers.
He says the 3 young men were going to see some friends in downtown Leland.
And he dropped them off not too far from the intersection and told them that if they needed a ride later, he would be coming back soon, that he was headed for the overpass area and would be able to come back and give them a ride.
Westbrook says the hitchhikers couldn't find their friends, so they started walking back.
As they were walking back, they saw the same car turn into a convenience store.
Then they saw Lyle get out of the car at the store on Village Road,
as if he was headed toward the telephone booth there, and fell on the ground.
Westbrook says Lyle was bleeding heavily.
One of the boys took his shirt off and wrapped it around it to try to stop the bleeding. And they said, "What happened to you?" And he said, "They threw things at my window, my car window, and stopped me and attacked me."
Lyle told them he was robbed.
He never mentioned names. He mentioned that there were several individuals. The reports varied a little bit as to exactly how many and whether they were white or Afro-American.
The young men called 911.
Once he got in the ambulance, he stopped speaking, and then he died later that morning.
Do you know what the actual cause of death wound up being?
He was stabbed many, many times.
So where did Lyle go after he left the hitchhikers?
After he had dropped them off, he went on toward the overpass. We don't know where he went from that point on.
Westbrook says there's one possibility.
There were indications that he may have been going to the area of the Town and Country Motel. And that was one of the things that was checked very thoroughly, because they saw some debris outside one of the rooms.
But that could never be confirmed, and the hotel is gone.
We don't have that much information after all these years.
But Westbrook says they hope now that all these years have passed, maybe someone will feel comfortable coming forward with some answers.
For the family to know why it was necessary to stab somebody so many times.
We may never know why, but you could help them find who.
You never want anybody out there who's killed an individual to walk free. And that's why we're here, of course, for the families, but also to get justice to the victim and see that the right one goes to jail.
The answers to a brutal murder that after so many years remains unsolved.